Previous video we had started lesson 2 of the Hornbill. We are not afraid to die. Up to this point we had done. We are here on this paragraph. The first indication of a pending disaster came at about 6 p.m. Here it is written. I was telling you previously the size of the wave was 15 meter, but this time you can see right from here the first indication of impending disaster at about 6 p.m. With an ominous silence. The wind dropped and the sky immediately grew dark. Then came a growing roar and an enormous cloud. Children, underline this thing. Enormous means so big or huge cloud towered aft of the ship. With horror, I realized that it was not a cloud. Previously, it is written over here at 6 o'clock. The narrator, means our author, felt that a tower or a cloud had just covered the ship. But soon he realized that it was not a cloud, but it was a wave like no another I have ever seen. Mean to say, this was the biggest wave which had covered the ship in its trap for a while. It appeared vertical. Mean to say, suppose this is the ship, okay, that wave came like this, okay, vertical. Suppose here is the narrator, so firstly he thought this is the cloud which has covered the boat, okay, but soon when that water had entered into the boat, then he had realized that was not a cloud. Okay, let's see what is written in the next paragraph and how that big or giant wave had infected or affected the ship. With horror, I realized it was not a cloud. If it was not a cloud, that was just a wave, but a wave like no another I have ever seen. It appeared perfectly vertical, okay, like this, vertical in front of the ship, which had stopped the wind for a while, and almost it was of the twice height. If previous waves were of 15 meter, so this was almost 30-meter long, or in height we can say to it. Let's move to the next paragraph. The roar increased to a thunder as the stern moved up the face of the wave, and for a moment I thought we might ride over it. Mean to say, when that wave, biggest wave, has hit the boat, for a few seconds, narrator had thought that they could come out of that wave. Then it is written, but then a tremendous explosion shook the deck. Meant to say, then after few seconds, a big, or you can say a very loud noise shook the deck. A torrent of green and white water broke over the ship. By that wave, okay, the ship got damaged from few points or few parts. Cracks were there, and from those cracks the green and white water started entering in that boat. My head smashed. This I have told you, right? The narrator's injuries. Mean to say, just because of that thunderous wave, the narrator's head got smashed into a wheel, and I was aware of flying overboard and sinking below the waves. Then what happened? As I told you, in the ship, water had entered by the wave, okay, and narrator was just waving or floating in that water which had filled in the boat, fine, and with the next wave narrator had fell into the sea, fine, so he could see his boat nearby. Let's see what is expected. I felt quite peaceful. He was losing consciousness, mean to say he was getting faint. Let's see. Then it is written over here, I accepted my approaching death near, and I was losing my consciousness. I felt quite peaceful. Unexpectedly, my head popped out of the water a few meters away. Wave walker was near capsizing. Suppose this is the wave walker narrator had felt here, okay, so few meters away, when his head popped out of the water, okay, so he could see his wave walker biggest mast near to him, few feet away it was. her mast almost horizontal. Then a wave huddled her upright, mean to say, then next wave came and the narrator, suppose this is the wave walker, with the next wave, narrator again had fallen into the boat. Then next line, unexpected. This is done. Then a wave huddled upright. My life jerked taut. I grabbed the guardrail. So here few guardrails were hanging on the boat. Fine. So he had just grabbed one guardrail to save himself, and then with the next wave, the air into the wave walker's main boom. Subsequently, wave tossed me around the deck like a rag doll. Then in his boat he was floating, okay, in the water here and there. Till then you have got one injury of the narrator, that his head got smashed. Here it is, his head got smashed into the wheel. Next injury you will write here, his left ribs were cracked. So this you will write in the injuries of the narrator. It is written my ribs cracked, my left ribs cracked. You will write his left ribs cracked by that incident. My mouth filled with blood and a broken teeth. So here you will write the third injury of the narrator, that his mouth had filled with blood and broken teeth. Somehow he found the wheel, lined up the stern for the next wave and hung on. Okay, so somehow he got a wheel to be safe, and he had just clutched or held that wheel with a tight hands and stood there or and waiting. Water, water everywhere. I could feel the ship had water below, but I dared not abandon the wheel to investigate. So this time, suppose this is the wave walker. Okay, so here narrator is standing by holding a wheel. Okay, so then he could see the whole wave walker was filled with the water. Okay, I'm trying to make you visible in this way to make it easy. So he could see water everywhere in the boat. He himself was injured, I have told you over here in this paragraph. So he couldn't go to investigate by leaving that wheel. In front hatch, the that was front open, meant to say front door was opened and Mary appeared. Mary was the wife of the narrator. So from the front door Mary appeared. We are sinking, she screamed or shouted. She said, we are sinking, the decks are smashed, we are full of water. Then what happened, narrator was holding a wheel, so he had thrown that wheel towards the Mary and said, take the wheel, I shouted as I scrambled for the hatch. Larry and Herb were pumping like madmen. Mean to say here, what were the efforts of Larry and Herb? This question noted down with you.